It is the premier baseball game of the season here at Pringle Field. Riverdale High School is the location. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Nick Rush, live from the press box of Pringle Field, and we're ready for postseason district baseball action between the Riverdale Raiders and the Fort Myers Green Wave. This is the third meeting between the two teams of the season, and we'll get more into that later, but the Raiders currently lead 2-0 in that section. And start off the broadcast, let's tell you about the Raider defense. From left to right in the outfield, you have Matisse Bober, Dustin Hefner, and Colin Acevedo. Prell is over on third base, Nick Blasucci is the shortstop, Tyler Yeager's on second, and Jesse Lighthall is first. And pitching is Eric Amrine, throwing the balls and strikes to catcher Kevin McEltrott back behind the plate. Your designated hitter for Riverdale today is Hunter Tinsley. And we're just about ready for baseball as your first man heads up.
Top of the first inning for the Fort Myers Green Wave, right fielder number 33, Thomas Rizzo.
Thomas Rizzo will be your batter at the top of the order for the Green Wave, and he will be playing right field today on the Green Wave defense. As he digs into the left hand of the batter's box, Amrine winds up, and these fans, it's a large one on hand at RHS, and we're ready for baseball. The right-handed Amrine with the line whip and fire, and we are officially underway. A long-awaited game is here, and your official first pitch start time right at 7 p.m. live from Fort Myers, Florida. Here comes your 1-0, first pitch outside. This gets in. Two fastballs along the edges, and that's going to get in with a round of applause from the audience, and it's a big one once more. Down the right field line. It's the Raiders benches along with the fans, and that fan area, it sure is packed tonight. Still a few seats to go around, so make sure to come out and support your Raiders sometime in postseason action. So nice crowd down the right field line supporting the Raiders right next to their dugouts and bullpens. This next one, way outside. We're now tied up at 2 balls and 2 strikes to Thomas Rizzo. Down the third base side, quite a few Fort Myers fans have came out to support right beside their benches and dugouts. Off down the third base side again. Another one dodges its way out of the strike zone for a full count to Thomas Rizzo, the right fielder for the Green Wave. We'll tell you about the uniforms after this next one. The payoff is chopped down the middle over the glove of Amrine. It's stopped in the shortstop. It's fired over to first by Tyler Yeager, but no can do. He is in time with a leadoff single. Thomas Rizzo gets aboard to start off the game for Fort Myers. Gabe Trank is up next.
Batter center fielder number 3, Gabriel Trank.
So Gabriel Trank, the center fielder, batting second out of the 9-man lineup. This pitch, first one, gloved up by Yeager, fires over to first and an attempt for the double play, but he'll dive back in time. Thomas Rizzo, that is, for your first out of the ball game. That is going to be an F4 in the scorebooks.
For the Green Wave, first baseman number 16, Ivan Cotto.
And Cotto will be your third man due up. Ivan Cotto, the first baseman. He's a left-handed hitter in the batter's box off to the right side. 1 man on first, 1 out here at the top of the first. Still a scoreless tie between the Riverdale Raiders and the Fort Myers Green Wave. First pitch to Cotto, outside for a ball. And thank you for joining us for some postseason action live from Riverdale High School, Fort Myers, Florida. Between these two Class 7A District 11 rivals, next season, that will no longer be a fact. High up, fires a second, runner trying to steal, he is out. Thomas Rizzo is thrown out in an attempt to steal the second for out number 2 of the top of the first. What a great defensive display by the Raiders. They're staying alarmed on the infield, and they're able to throw him out over on second. So 2 outs for Cotto. Let's see if they can make this a 3 up, 3 down. Knock the third. That goes foul. Out of play and into the woods nearby the ballpark of Pringle Field. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Amrine looking to close out the top of the first. His first inning of pitching. Any pitch can be the last, and that's something I've said throughout many games of the 2015 season. High up, 3 balls, 1 strike. Let's see if he can keep him alive in the box. It's chopped out the left center. Hefner's going to try to track it down. He dives, but no can do. That ball is going to roll towards the wall, and that's going to end up being a stand-up double for Ivan Cotto. So a man in scoring territory early on for the Green Wave.
Batting next for Fort Myers, pitcher number 17, Kenneth Bisnius.
Kenny Bazinius will be your pitcher, and he'll be batting 4th today. It is a humid day. Many things to talk about, inform you and get you started on tonight's game, but let's start with our weather. And like I said just seconds ago, it's humid, 78 degrees, 76% humidity. This pitch, whoa, deflected. I didn't know where that deflected off of, whether Kevin McEltrott, the catcher, or the umpire. Everyone's okay anyhow. Looks like it went off the Kevin McEltrott's face mask there towards the visor area where his eyes are, but 76% humidity. Wind going northwest at 4 miles per hour. Flag blowing out in center field from left to right. 10% precipitation, so rain is not a fear here tonight, or at least as far as we know. It is mostly cloudy anyhow, as Kenny Bazinius, the pitcher, the right-hander, starts off with a 1-1. Pitch number 3 on the way. He'll dodge his way out of that one. And your Riverdale Raiders will be wearing their white uniforms today. They're white with the red script Raiders across the chest, red numbers on the back, white pants with the black stripe down the sides. Eric Amrine on the mound, he's sporting the high socks in red, and the team is wearing the white hats, red bill, and the red script are down the center for Riverdale. Fort Myers, they're wearing their green uniforms for this one. A nice dark green color. Fort Myers across the chest in gray, or white script, I should say. There are gray pants. You have quite a few of the players sporting the green high socks here, and they're wearing the green hats and caps for the Green Wave. 3 balls and 2 strikes, and this pitch is out of play, this time down the first base line off of a foul ball. And we roll on with 2 outs here at the top of the first. Still neither team has yet to get on the board here. Anyhow, first baseman Ivan Cotto for the Green Wave is on second, threatening and scoring territory here. Nice crowd filing in on the cheap seats to begin the game. Chopped towards that shortstop area. Nick Blasucci, he's going to glove it up, but he's not going to be able to get a throw in time. He had his eye on Cotto as he crossed over to third base, so both men are safe on the play. That's a single for Kenny Bazinius, the pitcher.
Batting next for the Green Wave, shortstop number 2, Eduardo Duarte.
Eduardo Duarte, the 5th man in the lineup, and the shortstop coming up. Raiders defense right off the bat to the start of the game. They're under some pressure here. Let's see if they can get out of this inning alive without any runs coming in with 2 outs and the first. First pitch from Amrine, down low for a ball. Anyways, a lot of talk has been going on over social media about this game. Players getting involved, some of the fans have been getting involved, and sure enough, we do have a nice turnout in the cheap seats. I'm, of course, hoping it can grow. We need all the supporters we can get for tonight's game. It's the playoffs. It's a win or go home. Yes, you heard that right. Tonight's game could be the last for the Raiders. Whatever team wins will advance, and their season will live on. 2-0 to Duarte, and a strike gets in around the edges, down low for Strike one, man on first, man on third. They're around the corners. On first, it's Bazinius, and Ivan Cotto is on third once again. So, opening runner for the Green Wave, 90 feet away, as this pitch is way out. Oh, and that is going to get down in the street area. Yeah, the problem is that there are some cars out there parked, so of course we have to hope that there's no damage, but that sounds like something you'd see out of a movie. But yeah, I did hear a thud all the way up here from the press box. This is a line drive, and you've heard me say it way too many times. You're probably sick of it if you're a long-time fan, but that safety net, it saves the day. And that will land right on top of the Raider dugout. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Very lengthy top of the half inning. Pitcher Amrine under pressure. And the windup, the shortstop, Blasucci, will cover it, fire across the diamond to first, and they got him. Bottom of the first we go. It's 0-0. 2 runners stranded for the Green Wave. Raiders coming up the bat for the first time right after this.
Your Raiders coming to bat. Bottom of the first inning for your Raiders. Second baseman, number 1, Tyler Yeager.
Tyler Yeager will be batting first here at the bottom of the first. It's a 0-0 score. You can hear the noise being produced by the Raider dugout right now. And as you can imagine, boy, they have been pumped for this game for quite some time now, and you can tell they're bringing the noise here. Yeager digs in, the 0-1 that hit him. Take a free ride to first base. Tyler Yeager playing the second base on the D today. Up comes Nick Blasucci, the shortstop.
Shortstop, number 2, Nick Blasucci.
Nick Blasucci coming up here. A right-handed hitter, and right off the bat, he'll have a man on first, no outs, bottom of the first. Outside for a ball 1. Well, it was quite the hectic top of the first for Eric Amrine and the Raiders defense, as they had men around the corners with 2 outs. Luckily, a 6-3 put out on Eduardo Duarte ended the drama. Yeager taking over the second. Catcher's not going to be able to get the throw. Wow, quick start offensively for the Raiders here. Already with a man in scoring territory on second base. And let's tell you about the defensive lineup for Fort Myers here, right after his 2-0 pitch to Blasucci once more. He is an FGCU Comet.
FGCU Comet?
Well, that's kind of a slang word I put up. He committed to FGCU. I was thinking in my head, how can I word this? And Comet just came out of my head.
There you go. That's all right.
So I apologize for any confusion on that, but yes, Nick Blasucci, for a fact, has committed to Florida Gulf Coast University to play baseball, as you can imagine. It's the 2-ball, 2-strike pitch on the way. It's knocked out the center. It could be tracked down. It bounces. 1 hopper. Runner on third, runner on first, throw to first, and he's not going to be in time. Runner's around the corner before you know it.
Next batter for your Raiders, left fielder, number 8, Matisse Bober.
Matisse Bober, that's a name we all like to say. He's left fielder today. And you can hear the Bober chants all around the ballpark. Up here in the press box and the benches, we got it going all over. First pitch for a ball. Fort Myers defense from left to right in the outfield. Sherman, Shrink, and Rizzo. On the left side of the infield, it's third baseman Mora and shortstop Duarte. Second baseman Thomas. First baseman Cotto. Buzinius will be doing the pitching. Throw to second. He's trying to steal. He is in time. Wow.
Thank you.
Now you have 2 runners in scoring territory as Blasucci will make his way over to scoring territory. 1 on third, 1 on first. A long single can score in both men. The possibilities are endless here at the bottom of the first for your Raiders. Off to a hot start here. At home, I should say. Got ahead of myself there as a foul ball is knocked down the third base side. Buzenius is the pitcher today for Fort Myers. Throwing the balls and strikes to catcher Cedarburg. Designated hitter will be Eckert. The 1-2, that's high. On the infield, actually towards center field, deep out there. Here comes a runner tagging from third. Will it be in time? He is safe. Tyler Yeager taking one for the team, a risky play, but he's able to score. It's 1-0. Raiders draw first blood at the bottom of the first with a sac fly from Matisse Bober.
Next batter for your Raiders, first baseman, number 16, Jesse Lighthall.
Jesse Lighthall making his way up. He's a first baseman and a pitcher for the team. Now with a man on second, Nick Blasucci representing that run. Number 2, he's stealing third. Chopped ahead, off the palm of the pitcher. Throw to first from shortstop. He is going to be safe. Oh, wow. That's all I can say. That's my expert analysis. But the first baseman was off the bag.
Next batter for your Raiders, designated hitter number 5, Hunter Tinsley.
Hunter Tinsley playing the DH today. A right-handed hitter. There's one out, bottom of the first. Raiders lead 1-0. Runner 90 feet away, Nick Blasucci threatening to score. Pitch down low for a ball 1. Your Raiders lineup, we'll go through it very quickly. Tyler Yeager, Blasucci, and Bober, your 3 men due up in the first. Lighthall, Tinsley, and Hefner are the 4, 5, 6 spots. Prell, McEltrott, and Acevedo will finish off your lineup for the Raiders. It's a 2-0 count for Tinsley, looking patient in the batter's box with 2 men on. Swung on and missed. The energy here is just unbelievable. I mean, you have the nice crowd coming in. The cheap seats are slowly coming through. Raiders bench is making a lot of noise. What more could you ask for on a district playoff game? Oh, steps on second for 1. Fires the first for 2. He's going to be called out on the double play to end the inning. But it's 1-0. Raiders take the lead. Tyler Yeager comes home. We'll be right back right after this.
Fort Myers 0. Quick Sports Bar catcher number 18, Axel Cedarburg.
Axel Cedarburg will lead off here. Yeah, we're gonna kick out of that name. I guess our announcer said Seidelberg.
Oh, that's alright. I'll get it right for you another night.
Yep. Axel Cedarburg is the catcher. It's the 6, 7, and 8 spots due up here at the top of the second. Your score 1-0. Raiders in the lead as this pitch is knocked out to right field off the line drive. Leadoff single for Cedarburg. Up next is Kyle Eckert, the DH.
Batting next for Fort Myers, designated hitter number 11, Kyle Eckert.
So Kyle Eckert, a left-handed hitter, digging in with a leadoff man over on first. Thanks for joining us once again here for Riverdale Varsity Baseball. We are in the districts. It's win or go home for both of these teams. The pitch, it's inside for a strike, barely off to the sides for strike 1. That's the 0-1 count. Remember, for all of our home games here at Riverdale High School for the baseball season, you can tune in to us since we're heading down and winding down towards the end of the regular season. Well, we're already at the end of the regular season, but the 2015 year period, let's just say you can always find us here if you cannot make it out to a game. And we really do appreciate all you listeners who have been listening throughout the regular season, supporting the baseball team, whatever you may be doing by listening or coming out to the games. Thank you all for your support of Raider Baseball throughout the 2015 year, and we really hope to keep the season going here with a win tonight against Fort Myers, but let's see what'll happen. The 1-1 coming up. Eric Amrine on the mound for his second inning of pitching. Knocked out the center, and Dustin Hefner, the center fielder, will play it off the hop. It's back-to-back singles to start off the second for the Green Wave. Cedarburg on second, Eckert on first, as Jack Mora comes up for the Green Wave.
Myers, second baseman, number 9, Tanner Thomas.
Actually, that is Tanner Thomas, not Jack Mora. Okay. So yeah, it is Tanner Thomas. For whatever reason, I seem to get confused when writing down lineups. But hey, no one's perfect here. Knocked down to left field. Left center, Hefner's going to call it off, and he'll glove it up. Out number 1 here at the top of the second. That's a fly out to center for the F8.
Now batting for Fort Myers, left fielder number 15, Sean Shearman.
It's Sean Sherman.
Shearman.
Shearman.
Shearman. Yeah.
Shearman, okay.
Shearman, yeah. I had to clarify that because I thought it said Sherman. It's not Sherman.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
We all think it's Sherman. We're all off to a little bit of a rough start here for this district game. At least for the press box, Raiders looking pretty good defensively, despite giving up these 2 hits. Fort Myers, they were threatening to score back in the first, had that man on third, but they're able to get that grounder over the shortstop to close things out, keep Fort Myers off the board, and let's see if we can do that again. Fort Myers bats are not staying quiet as this is fouled back towards us in the press box. And the screen saves us. And our coach of the Riverdale Raiders, the lead man, Bob Pringle, will
Clubs it up.
will make the
Big Bob clubs it up.
he makes the scoop back behind
Scoop.
towards the backstop.
Yeah, it's not because he likes ice cream. Scoop.
It's our once an episode edition of Pun Time.
Fun time.
I'm gonna miss saying that. Pun time. Man on second. Here's the pitch. Check swing. Pump fake over to second by McEltrott. Boy, he really just whipped his arm towards second base there.
I was waiting for his arm just to pop out of socket and go flying out to the mound. We're not supposed to do that.
That was a pretty violent arm jerk right there, but it's a 1-2 count, 1 out at the top of the second. Man on second, man on first. Check swing, that's outside. McEltrott's pointing towards first base,
Call him for the assist. Nope.
but he will
No,
bring it back to the pitcher's mound. He was trying to get a second opinion on that call from the first base umpire. Now a 2-2 over to Sean Sherman, playing the left field today. Once again, way outside. McEltrott has to keep sliding over to keep that from going to the backstop. So count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, a walk can load up the bases for Fort Myers. That's not what they need. Oh my goodness, that was back towards us, back towards that open window we have in the press box. And
PA guy's awake now.
yeah, it's the PA guy.
He's awake.
It doesn't affect me really, I'm behind the closed window, but yeah, we have the PA guy. I shouldn't be complaining at all. But yeah, PA guy sitting in front of the open window, and he was threatened, and they call it a strike. He's struck out. You see Shearman, he's upset. He's disagreeing with it, but he'll take a walk back. That's a backwards K in the scorebooks for out number 1 here in the second.
Next batter for Fort Myers, right fielder number 33, Thomas Rizzo.
Thomas Rizzo up for his second at-bat of the ball game, and yeah, Sherman,
Good. I was waiting for him to say something.
he was shocked too, but you can see he was just closing his mouth.
He's getting ready to take it off.
But it was a very close pitch. I couldn't blame him either. I thought that was outside myself. And my honest, unbiased opinion, Rizzo comes up. He hit a single back in the first. And this pitch is up in the corners. Amrine trying to find a strike zone here. Lands that up in the corners. So let's talk more about tonight's game here. Going 11-14 overall in the regular season. We'll check over the second. That was close, but yeah, Tyler Yeager received a throw over from Kevin McEltrott, trying to keep that runner over on second. He's back in time with a dive. Well, they went 11-14 to Riverdale Raiders, that is, as they take on their 7-8-11 rival, Fort Myers Green Wave. This is called a strike without a swinging response. The third time in the 2015 year these pair of teams play. The Green Wave come into tonight's game with an overall 12-13 record in the regular season. We'll talk more about the Class 7-11 division in a moment. Swung on and missed. That was a wild swing, and I feel a breeze back here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs again. Amrine looking to shut this out. And the first, he stranded 2 runners on, 1 on third, 1 on first. Can he strand them on second and first? And there will be a timeout called. Amrine will have a quick moment to himself off the mound. Swung on and missed. He got him. We head to the bottom of the second. Raiders keep Fort Myers off the board. It's 1-0. More Raider baseball coming up right after this. Bottom of the second.
Center fielder, number 4, Dustin Hefner.
Dustin Hefner making his way up to the plate. And it seems like I had a mistake on the Raider lineup at first as well. Oh my goodness. I have to get together up here.
Yeah, you're all right.
Yeah, I'm alright. It's been quite a while ever since I was back here on the broadcast.
Oh, look at that. The breeze is blowing out. I like that.
Yep, the breeze is blowing
Blowing out. We like blowing out.
towards center field, actually. There's a strike on the way, 1 ball, 1 strike, but as far as I know, the last time we have had a Raider baseball broadcast was against Heritage back in March. It's been over a month, so it's quite a while, but I'm more than happy to get back up here. We have the PA announcer with us here, so it's a great night. It is a...
Here, wait. Let me wave to the radio crowd.
Yep. Saying a special hello to everyone. The 1-2 chopper to the backstop. We'll have another 1-2 pitch to Hefner.
Waving to the crowd. Ooh, cheap seats.
Yeah, the cheap seats are getting larger. And I'll explain the cheap seat concept to all of you fans who may happen to be new, or just may simply not know. It's out the center for the fly ball, gloved up for the F8 putout on Dustin Hefner. Leading off your top of the second, or bottom, I should say. It's 1-0, Raiders in the lead over the Fort Myers Green Wave.
Third baseman, number 7, Tyler Prell.
Tyler Prell making his way up. Tyler Prell, as usual, playing the third base in today's ball game. He whacks his first pitch over the short. Fires across the diamond to first. Got him on the first pitch. 2 up, 2 down for the Fort Myers defense to begin your bottom of the second.
Your next Raider batter, catcher, number 11, Kevin McEltrott.
McEltrott making his way up here in the press box. We love to call him Harold Finkelstein.
Harold Finkelstein's in the house.
And that's a strike.
Harold.
We're going to be discovering a whole lot of interesting things tonight.
Tell me what, it's kind of scary, isn't it?
Yeah, we'll be talking about the cheap seats. We'll be talking about the Finkelstein thing. Well, I have to ask, where'd you come up with that name?
Finkelstein jumped in my head one night.
Oh.
Last year, because I called his brother Harvey. Harvey and Harold Finkelstein.
Yeah. Harvey, and...
Harvey and Harold Finkelstein, the Finkelstein brothers.
Yeah, his brother Harvey is...
They also,
This is out to center, and it's caught for the out. 3 up, 3 down inning for the Raiders bats. We head to the top of the third. It's 1-0. Riverdale in the lead.
0. Gabriel Frank.
Gabriel Trank is the leadoff man at the top of the third. Here in the press box, it is a blooper reel.
My tongue's over my eyes. I can't see what I'm saying.
It's all good. It's all good. If we were perfect, we'd all be in the pros, like you say.
Yeah. If I was perfect, I wouldn't be here. I'd be moving on down the line. Okay, come on. We gotta
The long road to the major leagues. The 1-0 for a ball. It's a 2-0 count.
Feels it some.
The Gabriel Trank. Gabriel Trank is the leadoff man once more. He flew out to the second base back in the first. His 2-0 up in the corners. It's now a 3-0 to begin it. And right now, Kevin Mack will trot the catcher. He'll head up to Amrine, the pitcher, and they'll have a chat. So we're going to be over. I'm getting tied up as well. It's happening to us all. Oh, it's a blooper reel here in the press box, but
I didn't know how to spell blooper, so how do you spell that? Oops. Okay, that's close. Anyway.
we don't even know anymore, but we're going to be uncovering mysteries. That's all I'm saying. Oh my goodness, it hit him on the back of the head. Well, he's okay. He's not even making a flinch or anything. He just took it right off the back of the helmet. He'll take the free ride to first off the hit by pitch, Gabe Trank.
Batting next for Fort Myers, first baseman number 16, Ivan Cotto.
Ivan Cotto coming up.
Ivan Cotto.
Well, mystery number 1. If you were just not here tuned in with us at the bottom half of the second, we'll keep up with you. Top of the third, it's 1-0. The Raiders lead over the Green Wave. If you are just tuning in, saying hello, this is Nick Rush live from Pringle Field at Riverdale High School. But we were previously discussing a few things for some fans who may be new or may simply not know. We'll talk about the cheap seats here. Our football stands, or seats some may call it, are connected with center field here at the baseball field. We have Coach Pringle coming out, and this may not be so good, but Amrine, it seems like he's having trouble finding that strike area.
Hamburgers, cheeseburgers, hot dogs, bratwurst, ice cold Coca-Cola, Diet Coke, and Sprite, Gatorade, water, assortment of candy, and don't forget your sunflower seeds. Make sure to check it out at the concession stand.
And right there you heard some of the many great foods we can get. The plethora, that's a great word. But yeah.
Culinary delights at the concession stand.
You can get a wide variety of things here at the concession stand, Riverdale High School, and
Spell plethora. Just say wide delight.
I don't know how to spell blooper still. Well, there's the strike. First pitch to Amrine. He'll stay on the mound, but just needed a quick check from Pringle. So we'll see how he does from here on out at the top of the third. Raiders with a 1-point pitcher's duel advantage, keeping Fort Myers off the board. High up in the corners again for a ball. Well, out in the cheap seats, we have our football field in the visitor section. It's connected to center field here, so it's mainly the high schoolers, if not all of them, but they stand out in that top row. They get a nice view of the center field, and when Fort Myers gets out there to the outfield on the defense, they can maybe talk some trash to them, intimidate them as a walk is over to this next batter, number 16.
Next batter for Fort Myers, pitcher number 17, Kenneth Biznias.
Kenny Bazinius is up. Bazinius or...
I have no idea.
We apologize, folks, here, but it's been
They don't tell us how to say it. We don't know.
quite a start, but I assume it's Bazinius. I, once again, could be incorrect, and I apologize if I am, but as far as I know, pitcher Kenny Bazinius is up at,
What are you gonna do, Sonny?
no outs. Man on second, man on first for the Green Wave.
Not defamation of character.
Well, so high schoolers stand on top of that guest section. They get a nice view to center field, and when Fort Myers is on the defense on the field, they can talk to the outfielders. Usually they, once again, talk some trash.
The view you get just like as if you were watching a major league game from the center field camp.
Yeah,
You
and
see the whole field, there's no screen in front of you. It's nice.
that's a nice thing. Knocked out towards the, oh, look out, Raider dugout. It's gloved up by Jesse Lighthall over on first, but that ball came dangerously close to the Riverdale dugout. That's out number 1 of the top of the third.
Batting as for Fort Myers, shortstop number 2,
Eduardo Duarte coming up.
Duarte. Come on, double play ball here, son.
He had a 6-3 back in the first.
Double play ball here, son. What do you say? Double play ball here. Hey, what do you say, kid? Double play ball here. What do you say, kid? What do you say here?
So,
Kid, double play ball here. Hey, not out.
Eric Amrine,
Hey, what do you say, kid? Give me a double play
back
ball.
in the second. He's stranded men on second and first. Can he do it again anyhow? We'll have to see. Yeah, we have some chance of double play going around here. This is a strike gang in from Amrine. And a nice round of applause is coming from the Raider fans section every time a strike gets called in. But, yeah, nice view from the cheap seats. And mystery number 2, we were talking about Harold Finkelstein, none other than the catcher Kevin McEltrott. And I was just saying, he did have a brother that played on the team. Yeah, we like to call him Harvey.
Harvey Harold Finkelstein.
And it's
Brothers, not twins.
Ryan McEltrott. He did graduate from the school last year, I believe, but yeah, he was known as...
Harvey Finkelstein.
Yeah.
Harold's older brother.
Is it Hardy or Harvey?
Harvey.
Oh, Harvey, okay. I don't know if you were saying Hardy. Okay, so it's Harvey and Harold, the brothers, the baseball brothers, as this is high up for a ball. And Kevin McEltrott, a.k.a. Harold, is in his senior year as well. It's a 2-ball, 1-strike count. Once more, over to Eduardo Duarte. That's nailed out the right center. Hefner trying to track it down. He won't do so. Hardy's going to fire it back to Lighthall, and he can't get the throw to McEltrott in time. A runner comes home. That's number 3 to score. We're tied up at 1 apiece. Fort Myers gang on the board with 1 out at the top of the third. So 1 apiece, we are tied. We do have pitchers over and the bullpen. And from what we see, it's Matt Doden here, number 14.
Now batting for Fort Myers, catcher, number 18, Axel Cederberg. Got it right that time.
Axel Cederberg. There it is.
Cederberg, not Cederberg, or Cederberg, or whatever.
Yes, Cederberg is up, and he's threatening to maybe put Fort Myers in the lead here with a long single, try to extend that runner home from second base. Let's see if he can do so. It's an 0-1 count, 1 out, top of the third again. 1 apiece, we are tied as the cheap seats just keep on coming. There's your strike. So yeah, or just one more thing. Correct me if I'm wrong here. I'm just going by what I was told here, but you actually announced his name as Harold?
Who?
Kevin?
Yes.
Oh, you did, huh?
Harold Finkelstein.
So you actually did it one day.
Yes, I did it.
Wow. Okay, I did hear that, just making sure if it was the right one.
Same thing with Ryan.
Okay, so the two...
Now, Betty, Harvey Finkelstein. Everybody, he just started laughing as he's walking the plate. The crowd's going, huh?
Huh?
Who's the Finkelstein? I was a base hit.
This is knocked out the left. It gets down out in the left field. Here comes that go-ahead run for Fort Myers. There's one. Here comes runner number 2, and it is now 3-1. Fort Myers is in the lead for the first time of the game. That was a botch from the left fielder over the glove and to the wall, and that is 2 runs batted in, and it's a triple That went over the glove of Matisse Bober. That is shocking.
No, he tried to barehand it and missed it.
So he
tried to barehand it on a bounce and missed it. Never used his glove. He tried to barehand it with his right hand on a bounce and never got it. Never touched it.
Okay, so a little bit of a correction there. I did not see if it was his glove.
Kyle Eckert.
Yeah, so I didn't see if it was his glove or his hand, but yeah, he must have.
Tried to barehand it with his right hand and he missed ball and everything.
Oh, that can come back and bite you there.
2 runs.
It did all right.
And then the throw was there in the third. If we had to get through a third, we'd have got out at home.
Oh,
The third run.
wow.
The second run of the inning wouldn't have scored. But
3-1 with a man on third. First pitch for a ball. And you still have Doden over there. Okay, I did say 14 earlier. It's 12. Let's add that to the reel of all bloopers. The districts. So, it's number 12, Matt Doden, not 14.
14's on the mound. Amarine's on the
That's Amarine. Oh, my goodness. Once again, we apologize, fans.
Just make it a bigger reel. It's a bigger reel.
Yep.
Definitely bigger reel.
It's been a while since we've been up here in the box covering the games. Hey, you need to get in the hang of things. And Tyler Prell is going to make the catch down the third base side in foul territory for out number 2.
Next batter for Fort Myers, second baseman, number 9, Tanner Thomas.
Tanner Thomas on his way up. Yeah. But like we said, when you're up in the press box, you need to get into the swing of things. Get into the hang of it. So we apologize for the errors or the puns up here. We're just trying to have some fun, but let's get serious here. Talk about the divisions. High up for a ball. It's a 2-0 count with 2 outs. Well, to end the regular season, the Gulf Coast Sharks were at the top, number 1, 17-7 they went overall, 4-2 in the districts. The Raiders were second, 11-14 overall, 3-3 in the district. Green Wave were third, 12-13 overall, 3-3 against their division foes. And last, the Charlotte Tarpons, 7-13, 2-4 against their division rivals. It's now a 3-1 count after a pitch was way high up. Your coaches today for Riverdale, as usual, it's Bob Pringle. For Fort Myers, it's Brooks Biesner and Bosner. Okay, so it's Brooks Bosner, pardon me. I don't get to check with the names very often prior to the game, so let's add another clip to the reel.
Next batter for Fort
Brooks
Myers,
Bosner.
number 15, Sean Sherman.
So Bosner for Fort Myers, Pringle for RHS. Shearman coming up to the plate. Struck out in his last at-bat with a very controversial 2-strike pitch. His second at-bat of the ballgame. The previous 2 times these clubs played was on February 20th and March 10th. Swung on and missed for strike 1. Riverdale defeated the Wave on February 20th with a 1-0 pitcher's duel victory with Eric Amarine on the mound, and here he is now. And they repeated with a 5-1 win on March 10th, a game that occurred right here at Pringle Field on the campus of Riverdale High School. Pitch swung on and missed again for strike 2. That hit the dirt. The Raiders hope to make it 3 in a row and sweep the Fort Myers Green Wave, but we're battling for our lives here. I don't care what inning you're in, but we're down by 2. Fort Myers, they came up with a fight, and they're getting some good hits very early on. Down the first base side, that is foul. So runner is going to head back to third. We're going to have Shearman come back to the plate. But Amarine did the right thing there. Instead of picking it up, he let the runner go by and waited for that pitch to go foul off to the right side of that first base line. Good decision by him. That keeps a 3-1 Fort Myers score. But Raiders, like I said, they were bringing the energy. They were excited about this game. Runner trying to take off the second. Pump fake from McEltrott. And that runner will successfully make his way over. And a lot of applause, you could probably hear it through the background, is being made by the Fort Myers bench. Runner number 4, or scoring runner number 4, is on third. Number 5 is on second if things go well, but there are 2 outs. Oh, that's back here towards the box. A little over, but safety name catches it. 1-2. Now your count. Amrine looking to strike out Shearman for the second consecutive time and close things out here for what has been a very lengthy top of the third. 2-point advantage for the Wave. And the 1-2. Chopper over the shortstop. Lasucci fired to first. Oh, he bobbled the ball. 2 runs scored. 5-1. Green Wave. And you can see some of... Oh, boy, this has to be rough on these Riverdale players. Amrine is... Oh, my goodness. These players, they just seem winded. They can't catch a break out there. You have to feel for them, but... Hey, this is what it gets like when you're in the post.
Now batting for the Green Wave, right fielder number 33, Thomas Rizzo.
Thomas Rizzo coming up, the right-handed hitter. So Shearman is going to get out first with a throwing error over from shortstop to first. Lighthall looks like he met the ball with the tip of his glove. He's attempting to steal again. Throw to second, back in time. Ball goes loose to shortstop. Blasucci brings it up.
We're rattled right now.
They are rattled. You can see McEltrott, he kicks the dirt in frustration. He's frustrated, and once again, you just can't blame him. There has to come a time with every team where something like this happens, where you're just getting scored on and you can't catch a break, but there are 2 outs. 1 more to go. Pitch down low for a ball. You had to expect Fort Myers to come out fighting here, though. I mean, they were defeated in the previous 2 games. They did not want to be swept. They want to keep their 2015 season alive, and that's all that matters. You can throw that regular season record book out the window. This is a clean new slate. This is the playoffs. High up. That's a ball 3. 3-0 now your count. Things are getting out of control for Amrine. And you remember, Matt Doden was out throwing some warm-ups, number 12. And Amrine's fate on the mound is unknown at this point. We are expecting he will finish out the inning anyhow. Oh, that was high up for the ball. Runner's on second, and now a runner on first with a walk. Pringle is coming out. We could very well be seeing the end of Eric Amrine on the mound, but
He hasn't thrown a hook yet. Yep.
well, he took the ball out of his hand. That could be the end for Eric Amrine on tonight. He'll get a round of applause. Ah, that definitely hurts to see.
For the Raiders, now on the mound, number 12, Matt Doden.
But now, Amrine, he's done his night, and you have to feel bad, but hey, this is the playoffs. 2 hard-fighting teams here in the division, and Matt Doden will take over on the mound. So we're going to take a very quick break. We'll come back with more Raider baseball. It's 5-1. Fort Myers in the lead over Riverdale. More baseball to come after this.
Number 3, Gabriel Trank.
Gabriel Trank is on his way to the plate. New pitcher on the mound. It's Matt Doden taking over for Eric Amrine on the mound. And he was rattled. He couldn't catch a break here at the top of the third. It's 5-1 your score. Fort Myers in the lead. But we have a brand new pitcher on the mound. And let's see if that can make things just a little bit better, at least, for the Raider defense. They've been frustrated. And like I said, they just can't catch a break. And Doden comes on the mound with a runner on second and on first. And Schrank is up to the plate. Up for a ball. Another Class 7A District 11 news. Tonight, the Gulf Coast Sharks are playing home in Naples as they face off against the Charlotte Tarpons with a 7 p.m. start time. as a ball 3 gets in. If a walk is put into Gabe Trank, then that will load up the bases here. There have been numerous times where Fort Myers has threatened to load up those bags, but it hasn't happened just yet. A strike gets in. Chopper to third, it goes over the glove of Tyler Prell. The throw coming to McEltrott. He blocks the bag and he is out. There we go. Way to bust this slump. Bomb of the third. 4-point disadvantage for the Raiders. 5-1. Fort Myers in the lead.
Your score stands. Leading off bottom of the third inning for your Raiders, right fielder number 3, Colin Acevedo.
Colin Acevedo. Sounds like a superhero. And, well, you can hear, that sounds like a Superman intro, but it's foul down the third base side. And Acevedo coming up, he's batting 9th and last in the batter's order. His first pitch foul down the third base side. So we are at the bottom of the third. It's 5-1. Fort Myers in the lead once more against the Raiders. And you remember Eric Amrine on the mound. He was in this third inning, but just could not get the job done. Runs came in. Errors really killed the Raiders, both infield and outfield, I should say. And it just got ugly. And eventually we put in Matt Doden, who finished up the top of the third. Bottom we go. And here's Acevedo chopping one out the right. And it's going to get down. There's Acevedo to the rescue. He took a long turn over the first. It looked like he was trying to make his way to second, but stopped halfway and made his way back with a dive.
Okay.
So, runner on first to lead off for the Raiders.
Number 1, Tyler Yeager.
Tyler Yeager's up, and you hear the Raiders. They're back in the dugout, and they're trying to bring the noise. That's what you need. You need some encouragement.
Don't get desperate now. Let's go. You just gotta chisel away at it.
Even though things look grim here, they're keeping up the spirits, and let's see if that can inspire these Raider bats to keep up this work. Runner on first. No outs to 0-1 to Yeager. Swung on and missed.
Oh, come on. That was a half-hearted swing.
Right now, the cheap seats get larger, and it's making its way down the bleachers, I should say. And it really is good. They spread the word, like I said, via social media. Knocked out the left field. A grounder through the shortstop. Back-to-back singles. Acevedo on second, and Tyler Yeager on first.
Your next Raider batter, shortstop, number 2, Nick Blasucci.
I love hearing that name. Nick Blasucci. Oh, and you hear, with each hit, each runner it gets on, Raiders keep coming. They're bringing the chance and everything here. First pitch for a strike. And Nick Blasucci, one of the 7 seniors on this team. I'd like to give a shout out to all 7. It consists of Blasucci himself, Dustin Hefner, Kevin McEltrott, Matt Doden, Levi Humphreys, Eric Amrine, and Jesse Lehall. Out the left, bounces down. Acevedo coming home, and it's 5-2. Raiders, they're not done just yet.
Down, but boys, we ain't out. Next batter for your Raiders, left fielder, number 8, Matisse Bober.
Bober on his way up. First pitch for a ball. Bober chancer on the way. And I always like to say hello to all 7 of those seniors. And they know this could very well be their final game playing in a Raider uniform if they come down in the loss. So, there is a rather upsetting moment to think about, I guess. But, hey, we're down, but the game's not over.
3 solid base hits.
That's why you play. Runner on third, runner on second.
Yep. Okay.
Bober Chancellor coming in. Those players on the Raider benches, they are maniacs. That's high out to right center, leading into right field. It is caught. Runner going to stretch over. He'll come home. That's going to be Tyler Yeager. Tapping third, making his way home 90 feet for the sac fly on Bober. That's his second sac fly of the ball game.
Now batting for your Raiders, first baseman, number 16, Jesse Lighthawk.
Oh, the Jesse Lighthawk coming up. Knocks it down the middle. His shortstop fires the first for the out, but runner comes home, Nick Blasucci. 5-4. Raiders rebuilding themselves here at the bottom of the third after a disastrous half inning. Scoring in 3 runs. It looks like this is Hunter Tinsley up. Knocks it down the middle. Fires the first. Got him. We head to the top of the fourth. 5-4. Raiders now down by 1 after sending home 3 runs. More Raider baseball coming up after this. 5-4. Fort Myers in the lead.
Number 16, Ivan Cotto.
Ivan Cotto will lead off for the Green Wave. Your score 5-4. Fort Myers in the lead after they have had a heck of an inning at the top of the third. Putting down the Raiders 5-1 by the 3 outs. But the Raiders rebuilt themselves, scoring in 3 runs. They're now down by a 1-point deficit. Things have livened up a bit here for the Raiders, but still a lot of work to be done as Cotto steps into the right hand of the batter's box. And Matt Doden is on his mound. Pitch outside. This is his second inning of pitching here at the top of the fourth, replacing Eric Amrine. Amrine was the starter, as you can imagine. This next one, very close. Cotto dodged out of the way for the ball. 2-1 to count. And I'd like to take you to a flashback of the 2014 season outside, just for old time's sakes. Riverdale began the district playoffs in 2014, defeating the Charlotte Tarpons 2-1 back on April 22nd. That's just about a year ago exactly. Tomorrow, I believe. They were defeated in their next game by the Gulf Coast Sharks 8-1, the Raiders that is, in Naples 2 days later. So overall, the team went 1-1, eventually made their way to the 2014 Florida High School Athletic Association Baseball State Championship as this 3-2 payoff pitch, it's a diving catch made by Dustin Hefner. We've seen quite a few from Hefner out in center, and he made a beautiful dive to stop that ball. Cotto is out with the F8 in the scorebooks. He's waving to the crowd.
Next batter for the Green Wave, pitcher number 17, Kenneth Bisnius.
Kenny Bisnius comes up. His first pitch from Doden with 1 out at the top of the fourth into the dirt for ball 1. Well, so the Raiders went 1-1, made their way to the FHSAA Baseball State Championship in 2014, of course. They represented Class 7A. In the first round of the statewide tournament, the Raiders suffered a 5-2 loss to the Melbourne Bulldogs. Another one down low in the dirt, that's a fastball. And the regular season of that year, listen to this, Riverdale went 19-9 in the regular season. And ended in the first place spot of the division. Down low for a ball. There were 8 players on the 2014 season roster that graduated last school year. It's really what I like about high school baseball, you know. There's never a same team. There's always at least one senior. So you never have the same exact roster year to year, if you know what I'm saying here. It's a walk. So Bezenius will walk over to first base.
Now batting for Fort Myers, shortstop number 2, Eduardo Duarte.
Eduardo Duarte coming up to shortstop. Last year, the Green Wave, last season, only played once in the district playoffs. They were shut out by the Gulf Coast Sharks 3-0. In the 2014 year, Fort Myers overall went 10-15, I should say, pardon me, and ended the season in the third place spot of the division, much like this year, as they ended in third place. Down low for the ball. McEltrott will scoop it up and fire back to home. And once more, I say at the beginning of the game, but I'll say it again. To end the 2015 year, Class 7A 11 division, the Sharks were on top, 17-7. The 11-14 Raiders were second. Third were the 12-13 Green Wave. Fourth were the 7-13 Charlotte Tarpons. All four teams, surprisingly, not too sure how the divisionals work here, but all four teams in 7A11 are actually playing in a district contest tonight. Raiders playing against the Green Wave in this game, and the Sharks are playing against the Tarpons back at Gulf Coast High School up in Naples. A 2-1 count for Duarte. And it's slapped high up towards right field. That will be tracked down for out number 2.
Yes!
That's
Okay.
Colin Acevedo out in right field, making that catch.
Next batter for Fort Myers, catcher number 18, Axel Cederberg.
Axel Cederberg up at the plate. So 2 outs as Cederberg comes up with one man over on first base. That's Kenny Bazinius, the pitcher once more. He's trying to steal. McEltrott loses control of the ball as it heads towards the backstop. Bazinius makes his way over to second. Boy, talk about a game of stealing bases for the Fort Myers Green Wave. We've seen it happen so many times, from first to second base especially. The windup from Doden, swung on and missed. Now an 0-2 count, 2 outs. Can Doden finish it off and strand Bazinius on second? As the sun has fallen here, we have the night sky at Riverdale. Swung on and missed. He got him, strikes him out. And Bazinius is stranded on second. 5-4. Fort Myers is in the lead over the Riverdale Raiders as we head to the bottom of the fourth.
Bottom of the fourth inning for your Raiders. Center fielder number 4, Dustin Hefner.
Dustin Hefner, the center fielder, making his way up to the plate to lead off your bottom of the fourth. 1 point advantage for Fort Myers as they lead 5-4 over the Riverdale Raiders. Swung on and missed for strike 1. A little bit of facts about just the school of Fort Myers. Established on October 19th, 1911, Fort Myers is the oldest school in Lee County, or high school in Lee County, as well as one of the oldest schools in the entire state of Florida. This is a foul ball out the right field. And we'll have a very brief delay as some of the ball players of Riverdale track that one down out and right towards the gap, and they'll bring it back to that pitcher's mound. This is smacked out to that right field gap. Knocks it. No. Well, I'll have to explain that again. I was a little tied up, but yeah, that second baseman bobbled the ball off that gap between second and first and couldn't get the grasp, couldn't throw to first, and Hefner is safe for the leadoff single. Up next,
Your next Raider batter, third baseman number 7, Tyler Prell.
and it's Tyler Prell making his way up, the third baseman. Let's see if he can do some magic here, extend Hefner from first base, and Prell's now going to make his way out of the box, and he's going to have a discussion with your third base coach for the Riverdale Raiders. Raiders bench, like they have been for quite some time now. They bring the noise. Signals for a bunt. That's way off to the sides, and there's a ball. So Fort Myers, the oldest school in Lake County, when it comes to high schools, of course. There's much history behind it. That's a bunt. Gets for a strike. And Hefner's going to steal over to second base. So in scoring territory, he's representing the tying run for the Raiders. At one point, it's hard to believe, they trailed by 4. And it seemed like the runs coming in from the Green Wave would just not stop. But here they come. It's not so late in the game. Bottom of the 4th, just about a little over halfway through. But it's time to put on those rally caps. Strike gets in. Seems like Prell really is trying to bunt here. That's a very wise decision. There's no outs that can extend Hefner over to third. If you can just sacrifice yourself here. Or sacrifice an out, for that matter. So let's see. Hefner taking a nice lead off. Bunt. And that's called the strike. He has struck out attempting to bunt for out number 1.
Now batting for your Raiders, catcher, number 11, Kevin McEltrott.
A nice intro to Kevin McEltrott. Hefner on second. Let's see if McEltrott can do something good. There's a strike. Riverdale in the regular season of 2015, they were 5-3 at home, 3-6 on the road. Fort Myers, they were 7-5 at home, 4-6 on the road. So you would think Riverdale, with them being at home, they would have the advantage. After all, that's why they say home field advantage, but not Fort Myers tonight. They came out swinging. They haven't quieted down ever since the first, so it's going to be a hard-fought one, win or lose, for your Raiders. So this is what we like to see here in the game of baseball. A nice competitive one here. Hefner taking off the third. The throw is safe. And he struck out anyhow for out number 2, so McEltrott can't do it, and back-to-back strikeouts.
Now batting for the Raiders, right fielder, number 3, Colin Acevedo.
Acevedo. He did some good stuff in his last at-bat. Back at the bottom of the 3rd, scored in a run, drove in a run, and what's not to love about that? Can he do it again? With Dustin Hefner, line drive out the right, foul. Well, that really had me jumping up here. That could have been some good stuff if it was a few inches off, but no can do. Acevedo is looking sharp, batting in that number 9 spot tonight. High up. Very dangerous, just below, just above the head there. There have been many junior varsity players called up for Riverdale in today's game. Mainly of may not see the field tonight, but they're dressed up for the game of varsity baseball. Swung on and missed, 1 ball, 2 strike, 2 outs. At the bottom of the 4th, it's 5-4, Fort Myers in the lead. Those players from JV, number 17, Daniel Kaler, number 19, Joel Velez, number 20, Trent Clark, and number 15, Trevor Peckham. Peckham and Clark are freshmen. Velez and Kaler are sophomores. This is a grounder, throw to first, and that does it for your bottom of the 4th. Inning number 5 coming up, 5-4, Fort Myers leads by 1 point, live from Riverdale High School.
5th inning for the Fort Myers Green Wave, designated hitter number 11, Kyle Eckert.
Kyle Eckert making his way up as we head into a brand new inning, the top of the 5th. Fort Myers once more, 5-4, taking that advantage. And Dustin Hefner at the bottom half of the 4th made his way all the way around the 3rd base. Anyhow, he could not be scored in, unfortunately, with the 2 outs. So it's still an advantage for Fort Myers This is chopped out the second base, fired to first, across from Tyler Yeager. Lighthall was off the bag, but he'll tag out that runner for the out. Number 1. As we roll on with baseball from Riverdale High School.
Next batter, second baseman, number 9, Tanner Thomas.
Tanner Thomas making his way up. So Tanner leans in tall off to the right hand of the batter's box. Pitch number 1, high up. And the corner for ball 1. We have some more bullpen action for your Raiders out in right field. This is a dive by Yeager. He's been pretty active here at the top of the 5th, but he dove for the ball, couldn't scoop it up. That's no big deal. Acevedo will scoop it up in shallow right, toss it back into the infield for that single on Tanner Thomas.
Next batter for the Green Wave, left fielder number 15, Sean Sherman.
Sean Sherman on his way up. Shearman, not Sherman. I may have said that again. If I did, I apologize. He'll check over to first base. Jesse Lighthall guarding the bag, but he'll get back in time with a dive. The runner taking a nice lead off on first base. But yeah, we do have some warm-up action going on down the right field line into the Raider bullpen. But Doden has been looking pretty sharp on the mound. He's been holding in just well up there. And this is number 13, Levi Humphreys, we see out there, so he may be seeing some action as well. Swung on and missed. Off to a 1-1 start with a 1 out, top of the 4th, or 5th, I should say. Check over the first. This is exactly what you would expect out of a district playoff ball game. Two teams have been holding in. Strong bats from both sides here, and what a night it's been. I'm at a loss for words. Oh, it goes out all the way to right field. Over the glove of Acevedo. Runner coming around third. The throw to McEltrott. It's not in time. 6-4, Fort Myers leads. Runner coming home, glove. Well, it was a leaping attempt from Colin Acevedo out in right field. Too high up, though, and it made its way to the right wall. That is hard to swallow.
Fort Myers right fielder, number 33, Thomas Rizzo.
Thomas Rizzo up, but that is hard to swallow if you're a player, a Riverdale fan, whatever it may be. Riverdale's been doing so well, holding in, down by 1, now 2. Now you have a runner on second in scoring territory. He can represent that runner number 3, or a 3-point advantage, I should say. He would be the 7th runner to come in to score if Fort Myers can do some good things out there with the bats. 1 out. Oh, that was a very interesting play. Very interesting pitch, more like it, and that. But that. Yeah, it did look like Acevedo did move a bit forward there. He did a good job of trying to track down the ball, made a leap, but no, it was a little too forward there. 2-0 count. That first pitch was very interesting. Looked like one of those Bugs Bunny pitches. Just weaving all around. Yeah, that battery. Look out. Look out below. Oh, that's high. But yeah, that was a nice swirl of a pitch there. 2-1. Applause coming from all around Pringle Field tonight. Raiders trying to keep their season alive here. First round of the district playoffs. Down low for a ball. Now a 3-1. Right now, Levi Humphreys, just moments ago, he was warming up and he made his way back to the dugout. So We'll see when he comes in, probably around the 6, if Doden can shut things down. Here's Blasucci from short, throwing the first for out number 2. Runner extends over the third anyhow.
Batting now for Fort Myers, center fielder number 3, Gabriel Trank.
Gabriel Trank comes up. A simple single can make this game 7-4, a 50-50 chance here. Whether he scores or we head to the bottom half of the 5th. Raiders hoping we can shut this down. Seems like every single inning, Fort Myers is threatened with a man on, whether it's third or second. Their bats, they've been loud. Fastball in for a strike. The next one, check swing, and it makes its way down low, and they'll say he did not go around for a ball 2. Thank you for listening to the Raiders Baseball Network for tonight's district contest. Outside again, up in the corners, and once more, we'd like to remind you for every Raider baseball home game, regular season, preseason, or postseason, you can catch us right here. For all of our home games, chopped out the right goes foul. That'll land on the field, and oh, look at that, the first base coach of Fort Myers coming up with a nice scoop of a play. Man, these coaches, they do know how to scoop.
What's the scoop?
Scoop the grounder. Like we said earlier, we're not talking about the ice cream. Oh, down the first base side, that's fair. Or so they say. No, it's not. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, that was a nasty line drive down the first base side. Didn't get too far out there, but it definitely gave me a heart attack. Runner from third came home, and that could have made it a 3-point advantage, but nope, it's a foul. And we're back to 6-4 your score. Can Doden finish it off with the payoff? 2 outs, on the way, chopper to second. Scooped up by Yeager. Fire to first. Late haul. Gets him in time. Bottom of the 5th. It's 6-4. Fort Myers drives in a run. Now with a 2-point advantage.
6. Your Raiders 4. Bottom of the 5th inning for your Raiders. Top of the order. Second baseman. Number 1. Tyler Yeager.
Tyler Yeager making his way up to second baseman. Oh, and he knocks it out to left center field. That's extra bases right there, folks. A stand-up, maybe a triple. Throw coming towards third. He's going to make his way back to third. He's tagged out. What a play. That was a fatal mistake from Tyler Yeager. He would have just been better off, in my opinion, making his way to third. Took too much of a lead off. Over on second, made the turn back, not in time for the throw. The dive was off.
Shortstop number 2, Nick Blasucci.
Nick Blasucci.
The louder you get, Fort Myers, the louder I get. I'll blow these speakers out.
Oh.
Sing me do it.
Oh. I am just shocked at that play. That would have been such a great thing for the Raiders there. It would have been at least a double. Made his way halfway to third base, and they just turned around. He didn't think it was going to be enough. And then he got tagged out at second with his dive. Oh, that would have... Pitched down low for a ball. But Nick Blasucci coming up. But such is the game of district baseball. Nick Blasucci comes up in a massive turn of events in the favor of the Green Wave. 2-1 count, he starts off. It all happens at a split second. Down for a ball. 3-1 strike. Now, Blasucci's threatening to make his way on the first. Some words of encouragement coming off from his teammates just a few feet away in the dugout. Ready, aim, fire. That heads to the backstop. It doesn't matter. Blasucci's on with a walk. Off of the 3-1 pitch. That's your first walk of the night for Riverdale.
Next batter for your Raiders, left fielder number 8, Matisse Bober.
Bober coming up. So first walk of the night for Riverdale. We've seen quite a few from Fort Myers anyhow. They're no strangers to it. Firing the first. Very close. You hear some oohs and ahs coming from the crowd here. Most likely from the Fort Myers fans, but that was close. Nick Blasucci taking that lead off. He's moving around a lot. Oh, it's stopped at first. He's going to take the tag. And there's out number 2. Oh, look at this. Oh, that was a dangerous gamble from Blasucci. We'll tell you after this next batter, Jesse Lighthall, is introduced.
Batting next for your Raiders, first baseman number 16, Jesse Lighthall.
Jesse Lighthall, wow. And that was a very interesting play. I mean, that first baseman, he blocked the ball, realized he should just step on first, and Blasucci had to dive back. Here he comes around. The throw not in time. Raiders are back down by 1, and that's going to be a double for Jesse Lighthall. Runner in scoring territory. Lighthall's now the tire.
He's not a tire, he's a first baseman. Tire you put on the car.
So now we'll have a brief stoppage of play.
Batting next for your Raiders, designated hitter number 5, Hunter Tinsley.
Hunter Tinsley. He can do it.
Boys and girls, we're not going away.
We got the opportunity right here.
We're not going away. We're not laying down for you, Fort Myers. You got a fight on your hands.
Oh, yeah.
2 heavyweights.
It is a battle of 2 heavyweights.
A battle of heavyweights.
These 2 teams have made a long, winding road.
Coming to you live, Riverdale Field.
It has been a winding road for both of these teams to get to this night.
Yes.
That was back to Miracle on Ice. This would be a miracle on what? Dirt? Grass?
I'm doing my Frank Caliendo imitations now.
Now we're going to have a pitcher meeting on the mound with the catcher, and that's just going to take a quick few seconds. He'll head back. It's a 2-0 count for Tinsley. A long single can bring in that tying run, which is first baseman Jesse Lighthall. Oh, that gets away. Here comes Lighthall. He is fast. He is nimble. He makes his way to third, and that's ball 3 for Tinsley. The third consecutive with that 3-0 count. 2 outs. The stakes are high. The Raiders can do it right here in the 5th inning. But Tinsley's going to have to pull it out here with a single. The 3-0. Outside. Men around the corners. And up next, number 10, Colton Seitz. Now we'll have a stoppage here.
Pitch runner for your Raiders now at first base. Number 39, Ryan Cooper. Pitch hitter for your Raiders now batting number 10, Colton Seitz.
So Seitz coming up for his first at-bat of the game. He gets a nice round of applause. But boy, they are throwing Colton Seitz into a very intense environment. This could be a factor of tying the game up, putting the Raiders back into it. Throw over the first to courtesy runner Ryan Cooper. First time running the bases tonight. And they'll check on him, gets back in time with the dive.
All I gotta say is, wow, man.
A tense game, each and every inning it is going to be. That's a strike. That's a strike number 1 getting in. Stands into the left hand of the Bears box, nice and tall. Check swing, that's outside. 2 balls, or 1 ball, 1 strike. Need to take a look up at the scoreboard out there in deep left. And we just keep adding and adding on to that blooper reel. EB, error on the broadcaster. Throws the first. That's an EB in the scorebooks.
EB call home.
Oh, EB call home.
Anyway, meanwhile, back at the ranch.
That's high. Oh, it's a pop-up. Take a look at this. The second, it's caught. Raiders, they bring in a run. Get a man on third, Jesse Whitehall, but they can't tie it up. After 5, we head to the top of the 6th. 6-5, Fort Myers in the lead. More Raider baseball coming up right after this.
Top of the 6th inning for Fort Myers. First baseman number 16, Ivan Cotto.
Ivan Cotto will lead off for the Green Wave, 6-5. Fort Myers is in the lead over Riverdale here as we head into inning number 6, our second to last inning. Your time as of right now is 8:42. Your first pitch start time was right on cue at 7. Knocked out the right field down the line. It's bobbled by Acevedo. He will quickly recover and fire it back in towards second. In shallow right field, leadoff single for Cotto.
Next batter for the Green Wave pitcher, number 17, Kenneth Bisnius. Whatever, I don't care.
So what do you say?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Yeah, they're hollering up at me, I don't care.
Bizenius?
Bisnius.
I don't know. I mean,
Only go by what the coaches tell me.
Biznius or Bizenius, but...
Bisnius.
Ugh. Oh,
I
man.
don't care.
It's down low for a ball. You need to get down there and tell him, if we were perfect, we wouldn't be here.
If I was perfect, I would be announcing high school baseball.
Yeah, this is for our development. The development of announcing.
That's why they call this the high school league.
Yes.
I'm a high school announcer.
Everyone's developing. Look at this. Tyler Prell trying to make his way in. It's knocked out the left field. That was interesting, but it's back-to-back singles. Biznius, that's what we assume we're going to call it, knocks out the left with a single.
Next batter for Fort Myers, shortstop, number 2, Eduardo Duarte.
Eduardo Duarte. On his way up. Well, that was interesting. You had Tyler Prell making his way down the third base line from his spot at third, and then the ball just whizzes right past him out into left. And I would think if he stayed there, he probably could have stopped that, but I assume he thought he was bunting there. They check over to second base, the Blasucci, and now stop him in time. This is a bunt. And that's counted for a ball. And once again, Matt Doden's on the mound. Once more. It makes me wonder, when are we going to see Levi Humphreys, if he is going to be in the game? Should be in the next inning, but Matt Doden, he is hung in there. Well-pitched game. Taking over for Eric Amrine. And that was when the Raiders, they were in a state of panic. Hits were just being nailed right off of them. Here's a bunt down the third base line. Prell leaves the base path, fire to first. Oh, goes off the glove. Runner coming home to score. From third, 7-5. Along with an additional runner over on third. Fans are giving it up on the Fort Myers side down left field.
Batting next for the Green Wave, catcher number 18, Axel Cederberg.
Axel Cederberg on the way up. Well, when you're late in the game and you give up runs, it definitely hurts, especially when you're in a tight game like this. It's now... It was a throw down low the third base side. The first went right off of Light Hall's glove. He never got a grip on it. Flew in the air and just dropped down. Enough time to get that runner over to third and also score a run from third. 0-1 now your count. But the Raiders, they've been putting up a fight this entire game, but they only have about 6 outs to do so if they want to get back in. So 6 outs, they need 2 runs to tie it. They're not going to go down without a fight, I will tell you that. It's bobbled by Doden. Fires the first in a panic. He's out. There's out number 1. With 2 runners in scoring territory for the Green Wave.
Batting next for the Green Wave, designated hitter number 11, Kyle Eckert.
Kyle Eckert up on the way to the plate. Long single can score in these 2 runs, and it's just a possibility. Fort Myers can really bust this open if they want to, if they try for it. Knock down the first base side, and first base coach for Fort Myers is going to make the snag. The barehanded snag on the grounder. We've seen these base coaches make some impressive plays on the field. 0-1 count on the way. 1 out at the top of the 6th. Fire to third. Nice change of events there. Prell tries to make the tag. Won't matter. He's back in time. Fort Myers is trying to hold this down. Or Riverdale is trying to hold this down and keep the score as it is. Swung on and missed. 0-2. 7-5 your score. Fort Myers in the lead over Riverdale in this Class 7A-11 Division Clash. Oh, that beamed him right on the back. Bases loaded. You've got to be kidding me. Doden is feeling the pressure, and let's see if Coach Pringle is going to make his way out here. He's going to get a ball, but I just automatically said that. Tell you why in a moment.
Batting next for Fort Myers, second baseman number 9, Tanner Thomas.
Okay, so makes you wonder, how long is what's Matt Doden's future in this game?
I don't think Bobby can try to hang on for the outs.
I know.
He walks around and gives up a hit. I think he's going to be done.
Stakes are too high. Throw over to third. A Let's Go Green Wave chant has broken out here at Riverdale. Tells you the fan support that's came to support the team while they're on the road. But a double play can just end this all, but let's see. The pitch coming from Matt up in the corners. High up tight. Bases loaded. Oh boy, and with Fort Myers in that 2-point lead, Riverdale sure is gambling here. That's shot down the first base side in front of that Raider dugout. Some players are going to try to bend over the railing to grab up the ball. And there'll be one of the coaches making the scoop. 1 on first, 1 on second, 1 on third, 1 out. Bags juice for the Green Wave. Pitch down low. Ball gets loose. Mackeltrop made the throw up the Doden. Couldn't grab that down. The infield for the Raiders, they're looking shaky here. With 1 out, the sac fly could also be scored for the green wave, I should say. There are just so many ways to advance this 2-point lead. Knocked out the left. It's over the glove again of Matisse Bober. Here comes one. Here comes two over on third. Throw home. He is out. He is out. What an awesome play to get that runner making his way around. Oh, goodness. Oh, man, now we have angry Fort Myers fans. They're upset, and it was close. That's all I can say. We don't have instant replay here in high school baseball. Clapping all around the place. There's some cheers, some boos. Oh my gosh, this is, I also did hear some profanity coming from a fan, so if that was audible, then audible over your speakers, and I do apologize for that foul language I was heard from a fan in the audience.
Hey, you might want to head up here. It's getting kind of rowdy on the Fort Myers side.
So, here comes Doden, down low for a ball. But yeah, Fort Myers fans, they've...
For the Green Wave, left fielder number 15, Sean Sherman.
Sean Sherman coming up, and here comes Pringle up, and Fort Myers fans again out of control. It's just been one great game. Whoever comes out on top, this is exactly what you expect out of a playoff game. I've probably said that numerous times throughout the contest, but yeah, he takes the ball out of Doden's hand, and let's see who's up next. We're expecting it to be Humphreys, and it will. Number 13, Levi Humphreys up next. We'll take a quick break, come back with more Raider baseball. 9-5 your score at the top of the sixth. First pitch fouled back as we resume play. Here from Riverdale High School, 9-5 is your score. Fort Myers in the lead, and you have a new pitcher on the mound, number 13, Levi Humphreys, with a runner on second. And Fort Myers are doing whatever they can to extend this 4-point lead as we are still in the 6 out of our 7 total innings in this ball game. The throw home, down low in the dirt for a ball. Fans have hung around here for this entire game. High up for a ball. Have to give some credit to the cheap seats. They've still been out there. They've been, well, quite a few of them have been standing for almost 2 hours now, so gotta give them credit. They do have seats out there anyhow, but hey, they're standing on that front rail, and your time right now, 8:55. Exactly an hour and 55 minutes into the contest. Ball heads to the backstop. Runner wraps his way around third. And that's also going to be a walk on number 15.
Next batter for the Green Wave, right fielder number 33, Thomas Rizzo.
Thomas Rizzo up next. Now that I look over there on left field line towards that Green Wave bench, you can probably hear them. They're very audible. Some fans getting a little crazy over there, a little too caught in the game, but I only checked over there once at the beginning of the game, and as you can imagine, the attendance there in the Fort Myers area, it's grown, and it's pretty packed over there in that small bleacher area. Riverdale fans have still hung around. That's what good fans do. And that runner will extend his way over to second. With a stolen base, throw is not even going to be made over the second. Outside, up against the waist of number 33, your next batter. Things starting to die down here. Levi looking sharp on the mound, knocks it out to center. Hefner will break it down, ends this madness of a top half of the inning. Bottom half of the 6 we go. 9-5 your score. Fort Myers leads on the road. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Leadoff hitter will foul it back.
Leading off for your Raiders, number 9, Matt Hardy.
And that leadoff man is Matt Hardy. And he'll be facing off against Mufali, who is the brand new Fort Myers Green Wave pitcher on the mound. He's the second pitcher in the game for the Green Wave.
Huh? That was the anniversary. Not bad. That's good. How you been? All right.
Legs doing good?
Yeah, so far so good.
Yeah, boy.
Here comes the pitch. On the way, that's the 0-1 for a ball. So it's the bottom of the 6th. And just during the break, we had Coach Pringle fire up the team in a little meeting. And you have to know, this team's not going to be giving up any time tonight, no matter what the deficit is. Keep in mind, this is a loser goes home game. So Fort Myers loses, they go home.
Crap, that's what that is.
Riverdale loses, they go home. What is it?
Oh, we got rain and lightning moving in.
We just got a report here. Rain and lightning just might be moving into the area of Riverdale High School. This is high out to right. Knocks down.
Just slow down.
Hardy starts slowing down after a wide turnover at first. So, yeah, that could be a fear. I did see a lightning strike out in center in the last half inning, so... Oh, that would
Next
definitely not be
batter for your
okay.
Raiders catcher, number 11, Kevin McEltrott.
Oh boy, a powerful entrance. The Mackeltrot fires up the crowd. That's what we need. We need this crowd involved. High up for a ball, but wouldn't it be something if the Raiders got a little bit of a rally going and then a rainstorm moved in? Oh, that would be a mood killer. But who knows? Weather here in Southwest Florida sure is unpredictable. Up in the corners for a ball, but all week I have heard of possible showers coming in for the area of Fort Myers, so really who knows? It's unpredictable. A lot of interesting weather situations going around in the U.S. We've had tornado watches going on in the Deep South, specifically places like Georgia, and much more, but storms all over the place. This is gloved up by number 16 on the infield for Fort Myers, but yeah, lots of storms going on, tornadoes in Texas, Georgia, you name it, but interesting weather just all around the U.S. this week.
Next batter for your Raiders, right fielder number 3, Colin Acevedo.
Acevedo coming up. Let's see if he can play the hero here at the bottom of the 6th. Outside. Bottom of the 6th. The Raiders have 5 outs to work with if they want to get back within this 5-point deficit. Raider benches are going wild right now. High up. Good eye there from Acevedo, the right fielder today. Usually for a majority of the season, we've seen Matt Hardy in that spot in right field. Not today, anyhow, as Acevedo made his way in. Raider players rallying together here, coming up with some clapping. I like clapping. Runner going to second. He steals successfully. No! His foot is off the bag. His foot is off the bag. And it is... He's safe.
Thank you.
He was safe. That was a heart attack moment there probably for Hardy. It definitely was for me watching. He had a stand-up steal to second, but just for a split second had his foot off the bag. That could have been... No. That could have been real bad news. Up for a ball. But Acevedo stands in tall with a 3-ball, 1-strike count, 1 out. Bottom of the 6th, still 9-5. Fort Myers in the lead. Trying to extend this runner into scoring territory, calls it a strike. Number 2, full count. And now... Okay, well, by the lamps, it looks like those are some bugs. Yeah, okay. I thought it was raindrops at first, but it is just, in fact, bugs.
Always remember the way to tell, cover the light, and look for the rain to fall through the light.
Oh.
And you'll see it. I mean, even the latest sprinkle, you'll see it. Other than that, in football. So it's raining. No, it's not. You look up, so yeah, I guess it is. The drops are really.
Yeah, a little confusion there between bugs and raindrops, and the stadium light swung on and missed for out number 2. Struck him out as another lightning strike comes near right center field. That's never a good thing to see.
Next batter for your Raiders, second baseman, number 1, Tyler Yeager.
But it's been a pretty good year here at Riverdale High School when it comes to rain delays. We haven't had a single one, no weather problems, and let's hope tonight's no exception. But yeah, we have seen, me personally, I've seen 2 lightning strikes here out in center as a ball gets in to Tyler Yeager.
Well, we have the lightning detection system at the school, so if it is within 10 miles, it will sound. But see, look at that. Look at the rain coming in.
Yeah, we have the radar up here, and it's not looking so good. The entire Fort Myers area is covered with a nice shade of green, but I do remember I attended a football game last year, and that lightning siren did strike, delaying a game. So within a 10-mile radius, if a lightning comes near,
It sounds it. It's got a strobe light on it, and that goes off through the field in 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
30-minute delay, yes.
Oh my goodness.
You betcha.
It's going to be a very late night here if we have to wait 30 minutes.
And that's after the last strike. If there's another strike within 10 miles, it resets the meter.
Oh. Knocked down the first base side.
Yep.
Well.
Every time there's a strike inside 10 miles, it automatically resets the counter clock.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, yeah.
Well, not too sure if I agree with that, but it's 9:06 right now.
Well, right. What's amazing is that the stuff that's coming in on us to the west of us is light blue, so we'll start out with a light sprinkle. The heavy stuff is not just west of downtown Fort Myers now, so we might squeeze this one in. Unless we have an extremely long rally here.
Yeah, I really hope we do. Once again, that'd be terrible if we get a nice rally going in for the Raiders and then we have that delay. And if it were to sound right now, it'd be 9:07, so 9:37 we would have to go. But right now, we still got play going. 2 outs. Bottom of the 6th. We're just pitches away from heading to the 7th and final inning. That's chopped to third. Third baseman trips, gets up in time to fire to first and get the out. 7th and final inning we go. 4-point advantage for the Fort Myers Green Wave. 9-5 is your score as a lead over the Raiders.
For the Fort Myers Green Wave, center fielder number 3, Gabriel Trank.
Gabe Trink coming up here. Top of the 7th and final inning we go. What a close game it is. 4-point advantage for the Fort Myers Green Wave. Knocked out the center. And it's picked up by Yeager. Fired at first. 1 out. 1 pitch. Simple as that. 9-5 your score. Fort Myers leads. In the 7th and final inning. This could be the very final inning that the Raiders play.
16, Ivan Cotto.
As a team in the 2015 season. Ivan Cotto on the way up. Down low for a ball. So yeah, this definitely has to be a tough moment for the seniors, knowing that they're down 4 points. If they lose this game, they're done for the year, and this could be their final game playing in a Raider uniform, so it has to be tough on them once again. 7 seniors on the team, I'll name them again. Just to fill up some space. Nick Blasucci, Dustin Hefner, Kevin McEltrott, Matt Doden, Levi Humphreys, Eric Amrine, and Jesse Lighthall. They definitely were very fun to watch this year. I'm definitely going to miss them. I'm sure you're going to miss calling their names as well, aren't you? Especially Kevin McEltrott, Blasucci. I always love hearing that announced. Walk over to first base for Ivan Cotto. Oh, it's Bazinius or I can't. I don't even.
Bazinga.
Bazinga, yes.
Bazinga.
Bazinga. If you're a fan of Big Bang Theory, you probably appreciate that very much.
Bazinga gets a strike.
Strike one. Well, if I spelled it correctly, Bazinius? Kenny Bazinius? I don't know.
Yeah, whatever.
Well, yeah, it doesn't matter now. We already announced him
Irrelevant.
3 different times. Chopper through the right gap into the field. Scooped up by Acevedo. And it's 1 on second, 1 on first. With a walk and a single.
Next batter for the Green Wave, shortstop number 2, Eduardo Duarte.
Eduardo Duarte. That's a name I like to personally say myself.
Duarte.
Let's Go Green Wave chant is broken out again. They have some passionate fans coming out here. The windup for Levi Humphreys. One of the seniors I just listed right through the shortstop and the left. Runners will stop where they are at. Bags are now juiced at third, second, and first.
Okay, Bobby, what are you going to do, buddy?
I feel like the Raider defense is discouraged.
Now batting for Fort Myers, catcher number 18, Axel Cederberg.
Axel Cederberg coming up.
Hey, what do you say, double play? Hey, what do you say here, kid? Don't play ball here. Don't play ball here. What do you say?
Oh,
What do
a
you say?
double play would be
Don't play ball here, kid. What do you
very
say?
enjoyable.
What do you say? Double play ball here. Double play ball here. Double play, double play, double play. What do you say here, kid? Double play ball here. What do you say? Hey, what do you say, kid?
Here's the pitch for a ball after Humphreys looks over at second. Seems to be staring over at that second base runner here with a 1-0 count. 9:13 now is your time, and 2 hours 13 minutes. Ball down low. But yeah, I mean, the Green Wave, all in the previous 6 innings, including these 3 outs, I mean, they've been going the whole time. High fly ball down the third base side. It's caught by Acevedo. Here comes a runner from third. He is safe. Yeah, the runner come home from third, and look like McEltrott nearly bumped into him there, but he's back in time with a dive. It's now 10-5.
Next batter, designated hitter number 11, Kyle Eckert.
Kyle Eckert comes up as the Green Wave now reach double digits. McEltrott's pointing at something here, and he'll head back. Cheap seats are starting to clear out right now, or no, they're sitting down. I didn't see them out there. They're saying towards the dark football field, but they're probably just sitting down there. Saw a streak of lightning in the sky. Must not have been 10 miles within us. Throw over to second, another pump fake from McEltrott. He's done that quite a few times tonight. I believe what happens is he just gets up, he's ready to release the throw, but then he realizes it's a little bit too late, so he holds it to himself.
Come on, guys, get the out and get out of it. Let's go.
Out to right, that's not what they say. One runner comes in to score. Runner number 12 on the way. He made it. Fort Myers busting it wide open, 12-5. A 7-point lead now. This is out of control.
Next batter for the Green Wave, second baseman number 9, Tanner Thomas.
Tanner Thomas. This has been an inning that has drug out, and Fort Myers, they're just... Oh, high. Down the third base side. Pop up. This should be caught. Please. Is it caught? It is. He had to make a dive there. He fell down, but gloved it up.
Your score, Fort Myers 12, your Raiders 5.
Alright, so it's 12-5. Fort Myers really got going, and right now Pringle once more is going to round up his players and hope to get a rally going. But is it too late necessarily? We're really not too sure. Let's hope they can load up the bases. That's playing in the background right now. 12-5, bottom of the 7th. Fort Myers in the lead. We could see the end of the Raiders game and the season of 2015. Stay tuned right after this.
Shortstop, number 2, Nick Blasucci.
Blasucci on the way up, leading off the inning. Bottom of the 7th, 12-5, Green Wave in the lead. Raiders trying to put the rally caps on. They're down by quite a few. Pitch for a strike 1. It will take a monster. It reminds me of one time, though. What? Anyways, yeah. 1-1. Well, it was one time during a Boston Red Sox game. It was a clip I saw online, but they came back from a 6-point deficit. This just happens to be by 7 points. Can we turn into the Boston Red Sox? Out into right, gloved up for the out.
Next batter for your Raiders, left fielder, number 8, Matisse Bomer.
Matisse Bober on the way up. Fouled. We could be seeing the final pitches of the Raider baseball season right here. Really does seem like a very fast season, how I remember first walking up to the press box, or climbing my way up. We have to get up stairs here. But I remember the first time I did that during the Raider Classic preseason versus Estero. It only seems like so long ago. That was in the first week of February, if I am correct. Now it's getting towards the end of April. Boy, do the months go by. Ball goes by. 2-1 count, 1 out. This is, smoke down the right field line. That's way out. But that had a nice slice to it. That was way out there. Nice line drive of a swing. This is Matisse Bober again. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Oh, that was a very nice play there. And it was way along the edges for a ball. Payoff pitch on the way. That's out the first base side. Raiders are trying to swing the sticks right now, but they just can't get it fair. They do seem to be getting under it. Well, Matisse Bober at least. 1 out. On the way. That was close. Nearly got him, but he's going to put down the bat, take the walk to first.
Next batter for your Raiders, first baseman number 16, Jesse Lighthall.
Jesse Lighthall on the way. He's had a nice night. He's been on the running the base pads a few times in tonight's game. Gets behind this one out the left. Wasn't too far out there, but yep, he's 3 for 4 tonight. 1 on second, 1 on first.
Your next Raider batter designated hitter number 5, Hunter Tinsley.
Hunter Tinsley on the way up. So, I've said this a few times. Raiders don't give up. 2 on the base pads with 1 out. Anyhow, any play from here on out, you hear me say this all the time, any pitch can be the last here. 1 out, you have that runner on first. A grounder, the shortstop can lead to a double play and the game. Obviously, that's not what we would like here. If you're a Raider baseball fan, especially high up for a ball.
Fort Myers people, they want it now. They're wanting to call those non-existent strikes.
9:22 is your time. We are almost 2 hours and a half into the game.
The rain has it's just east of us. It's like stopped.
Oh. Well, wait, is that rain? That might be rain.
Yep, we got rain.
Oh, no, we have rain here.
It's starting to rain. We're starting to drizzle.
Oh, great.
See, do that, and look at it. You can see it fall in the downwash of the lights.
Well, that's pretty interesting. Well, yeah, we have some rain here. No fans. It's very light here. I don't see any fans taking cover, but yeah, it's noticeable.
And it's just a light drizzle. We're barely going to beat this out.
Well,
3-1 to count. 2 on, 1 out.
yeah, but the rain's coming down.
Rain's
And
not raining hard. Little drizzle.
it's not hard at all. Fans are barely noticing it.
It's not making the helmets glisten yet, so it's not that bad.
Yeah. On the way is the pitch. First strike. I was a little surprised at that one.
I thought that was a little inside. What do I know? I'm just the announcer. Announcer guy.
We're just the announcers here. It's a long, hard day, long, hard season of 2015. And this is smacked out of play. Oh, that was dangerously close towards the seats of the Raider seating section, but anyways, this has been long bomb of the 7th. Raiders just trying to do whatever they can here, so bite off anything they can chew at the bats, so I mean, this is desperation right here, but we would just like to thank all you fans for tuning in. Whether you're coming out to the games and supporting your Raiders or listening to the games, we'd like to thank you for all your support of the Raider varsity baseball team. Bags are juiced with a walk. Bases loaded. And now you're going to have the coach come up. Just going to have a very quick talk to the pitcher here. Jeopardy. Yeah, let's play some Jeopardy over the PA. If the season's going to end here, we might as well end up with a bang.
Next batter for your Raiders, center fielder number 4, Dustin Hefner.
Dustin Hefner up. Base is loaded. Down low for a ball. Dustin Hefner is one of the many players excited for the day. He was saying, hey, you better pack those cheap seats. Hey, bring a broom with you as well. He was confident that the Raiders would get the season sweep on Fort Myers. Out the left. Base hit.
1 run scores.
There's one. And it looks like you're going to have Jesse Lighthall stay over at third. But hey, any will do. It's 12-6. Raiders cut the lead in half. But will it be enough?
Next batter for your Raiders, third baseman number 7, Tyler Prell.
Prell comes up. The third baseman today, but...
Here we go.
Oh.
Here we go, baby. Here we go. 1 out. All it takes is one swing of the bat and this thing can be over if we don't bat it right now.
Oh, it's a single to right. Bobbled. Lighthall comes home. 12-7. And that's Tyler Prell coming up with the RBI. That'll move Hefner over to second base. We got something going. Rain's still falling.
Next batter for your Raiders. Catcher, number 11, Kevin Mageltrot. Take that for Myers.
We have to make it loud for the Fort Myers fans here.
Then you're smoking pipe it.
Oh, whoa, hey.
How's that?
Hey, this is a kid's show here.
Family hour, family hour.
Yes.
Family hour.
This is a PG show. This is a kid's show. We can't have these references. 1-0 swung on and missed from Kevin Mageltrot. Well, you definitely heard it. You know it. It's Mageltrot.
Harvey, come on, Finkelstein, let's go.
You can hear that all around the stadium. This may be the last bat we may ever see of Finkelstein in his high school career.
He turns it.
Left
It could
field.
be.
Oh, down at the wall.
1 run scores. 2 run score.
We're turning the tide. I can't even hear myself right now. I have to yell because I can't hear. 12-9. Let's not call it over just yet. Way to go. Oh, I am speechless at that. At first, I did think it was gone. It was far out, just a few inches off from the wall. It bounces down, but hey, we bring in the runs. But boy, how interesting if that went out of the park there. Oh my goodness. Finkelstein just did some great stuff, meeting on the mound. Raiders now down by 3 according to our scoreboards. 12-9 your score. This is, unbelievable. Let's add some more punts. We're playing Help by the Beatles. And is this a new pitcher on the mound, or is he just warming up again, or throwing practice pitches? I'm confused.
Jason Schumbacher.
Schumbacher, so we have a new pitcher?
Now, pitching for the Green Wave, number 8, Jason Schumbacher.
Jason
Schumbacher.
Schumbacher. Nice name there, and that sparked some hope for the Raiders here. You know they won a bad, but Fort Myers wants it as well, and let's see if Schumbacher can just seal the deal. I'd be really curious to see if he does here, but hey, after Mageltrot, after all that the Raiders have been through here at the bottom of the 7th, can they do it? We're going to take a really quick break here. Rain's still coming down at Pringle Field, so we'll take a very quick break for a few moments, and more baseball to come after this bottom of the 7th.
For your Raiders, right fielder, number 3, Colin Acevedo.
Acevedo! What a night this guy's had. And to make it better, he comes up, man on third, man on second, 1 out. The opportunities are endless, and Acevedo, as of right now, plays the tying run. If only, there's only 1 out here. Nothing's over just yet. Fans are bringing the noise. Listen to the Raider benches. They're making some noise.
Gotta keep swinging, guys.
Down low for a ball. But you know, the Raider benches, they have the buckets out. They're making some noise, playing a little drum. Hey, I played some percussion back in middle school.
I love it.
Outside for a ball. Good eye. But yeah, they're playing a good rhythm out there.
Look out, boys.
2 balls, no strikes. The Acevedo. I don't want to work. I just want to bang on that drum all day. Ball gets outside. Oh boy, Raiders bench, they're erupting. Rain's starting to get more heavy, it looks like, maybe. But hey, that's not going to stop us. The 3-0. It's in for a strike. You really do not notice the rain on the field, specifically in the lights. The 3-1 Foul back here. The press box is in danger, but the net is the hero.
Come on, man.
After all these years, the
Smart call.
net has
Smart
done
call.
so
Smart
much.
call. Come on. Come on, Cole. Come
Oh
on.
boy,
Be smart.
payoff pitch.
Be smart, kid. Be smart. Be smart.
Tensions are rising. And he is walking. Bases are loaded. Oh my, oh. This is crazy.
Next batter for your Raiders. Second baseman. Number 1. Tyler Yeager.
As a broadcaster, I live for moments like these. What a game. It's turned on its head. Tyler Yeager is the winning runner. Down the middle, out the center. Here comes, they're going to hold the runner. Here comes one.
Good job.
And they're going to hold the runners. That's a wise decision, but that was risky. Looks like it tipped and deflected off of the catcher's, or pitcher's glove, I should say. It's 12-10. The runs just keep on coming for Riverdale.
Next batter for your Raiders. Shortstop. Number 2. Nick Blasucci.
Blasucci coming up. He was committed to Florida Gulf Coast University baseball for a reason. I said that earlier. I know he's capable of great things. Let's just bring it to the outfield. A sacrifice could work, but we don't want outs at this moment. It's too late in the game. We don't want any of it.
You gotta win it.
We need to let that ball down.
We need it.
And for a strike. We don't want to sacrifice. We need to get that ball down in the outfield. A long single, if we can get that runner home from second, we'll tie it. We'll tie it. We came back from so much. It was 12-5 when we started the 5th. They bring in 5 runs out the left. This is going to be a sacrifice.
Go.
Run! Run! He made it! Alright. It's good enough. 2 outs, but the run does score. 12-11. Tying runner still on second. Oh.
Next Raider batter. Left fielder. Number 8. Matisse Bober.
No, Bober. So, in the next couple of pitches, we could have a winner of the game. Who will win, I don't know. I apologize if the volume has gone loud on the audio, but hey, if the stadium gets loud, I'm probably going to get loud. Down low for a ball. Let's come together as a team.
Come on, kid. Base hitter walk. Base hitter walk. Be smart here. Come on.
You have to be smart with every single pitch when you're in a situation like this.
Get on, kid. Get on.
Oh.
Bring you home, kid. Come on.
Come on, just bring it out for a strike.
All right.
Right now we just...
kid.
Ugh.
Bober. Here we go, kid. Come on, kid.
Well, please excuse the homerism here, but this is one of the most exciting things we've seen all season. 1-1, on the way, 2 outs, check swing, and that's foul ball. Now one more strike. Can nail down a Fort Myers victory.
Whatever you do not take a called third strike.
End the Riverdale
Put the bat on the
season.
ball, son. Put the bat on the ball.
Oh, I hate to be in a position like Bober right now. The pressure has to be overwhelming. Swung on and missed. Fire to first. He's out. And that does it.
Well, ladies
Fort
and
Myers
gentlemen,
wins.
That is your ball game.
Fort Myers
Final
wins
score.
12-11.
Fort Myers 12, your Raiders 11. Fort Myers will advance to Thursday night's championship game against the winner of Charlotte and Gulf Coast at the site to be determined. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for your support of Raider baseball this season. Please drive home safe as it's starting to rain. We'll see you next season at the ball game.